A researcher wants to determine whether the town's citizens' political affiliation has changed since last year. I think Fresno changed this year, and or the Central Valley changed in its voting this year. The distribution from last year is known, and the researcher will be surveying 2,000 of the town's citizens. The researcher should use the chi-square test for goodness of fit for this study. So the researcher wants to determine this. Is this a chi-square test? That's the question. It's kind of a confusing question, isn't it? Well, is that a goodness of fit? So how do we know? Well, let's see. Okay, wants to determine whether the town's citizens' political affiliation has changed. You know, like in other words, how many are Democrat, how many are Republican? Maybe, you know, for this town, it was 53% and 47% or something. Or there's probably another, but whatever. Here, maybe I'll make other 2%. Make this like 51 or something, whatever. Okay, so maybe that's how it was. And has it changed since last year? So this is maybe last year, right? And then he's wondering, in the new year, is it changed this year? Has it changed this year? That's the question. Has it changed this year? Has the percentage changed? Well, what is that? What kind of test is it? So if you want to know if the percentages for the political views for a town has changed, what kind of a test is that? A chi-square test is that a goodness of fit test? Yes, that is. Because remember what goodness of fit is? That's what we did back in 11.1. A goodness of fit is if you can test if the percentages are all the same. If they're all the same. Remember we did that for the we did things like how many days a week, Monday, or I mean the different days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, how many times the phone rings, right? All the way through Sunday, and how many calls, how many times the phone rings, right? We said, are those percentages all the same, or are there differences? Right? So that's a goodness of fit. Does it fit with all being the same? That is a goodness of fit test. Does it fit? Does it fit with, does this year fit with last year? That's what they're asking. Those are percentages. Well, yeah, I shouldn't have done all the same. Let me change that out. When you're wondering if two groups of percentages fit or not, remember we did some example. We did Benford's law. Yeah, remember Benford's law? Where we had, you know, the leading digit is a 1. I think it's 30% of the time, and it's a 2, 22% of the time. And, you know, remember that? And then we would take some data from some checks that were written at a company, and we would see, did the percentages of Benford's law fit with the percentages that we got from the company? That's what we're wondering. Do the percentages from last year fit with the percentages from this year? That is a goodness of fit test. True enough.